Morning, Mr. Brett.
Yes, I'm here.
All
Good
right.
morning.
Yes, morning. How are you?
Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse this morning
Yeah, all that
after
screaming you were
such a.
doing this weekend, I'm sure.
I can't say so much screaming. It's just a lack of sleep
Oh,
and
okay.
everything with regards to the carnival. It takes a lot to pretty much run a carnival such as this. So
hmm
yeah. Good morning. But
Morning. So I wanted to because we're going to move on this topic. I don't want to be talking about this tomorrow, but obviously there were some criticisms. You're one of the I think the organizers behind CayMAS, and there were some criticisms, and the one that we're most concerned about is the lack of the cleanup after the event. So I did read some of what you sent through to us, and your critics are saying that that's hogwash, that you should have had this in place, and they don't understand why it took days for you to recognize that the place wasn't being cleaned up. So, what would you like to say on this, my dear?
uh, truthfully, not hogwash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to apologize to the people of the Cayman Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
we failed in getting it done on time.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, what happened, our carnival has been on from 2017 until
Mm-hmm.
now, and this is the first time that we have had such a complaint or we have had such a breakdown of operations. You'll know in 2017 up until now, when our carnival pass, it's
Mm-hmm.
clean. We have cleaners behind. That didn't happen this year, and we take full responsibility for that. There's no hogwashing. We make apologies to the people of the Cayman Islands. The fact that we didn't get that done, the logistics didn't happen the way that it normally happened in the last 5 years. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we realized that we hadn't gotten it done, which was Saturday afternoon after the parade. Then by Sunday morning,
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't mobilize anybody to go out because it was then Sunday. I got so from Saturday afternoon, I finally got somebody to get it done, but they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be able to go. They wouldn't be able to get out until Monday morning. We had already events over the weekend, and in fact, I even had a juve that ended at 6 o'clock Monday morning. And even after the cleanup of that, I personally drove all the way, all the way from East End down to 7 Mile Beach on the road to make sure that the cleaners were out.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke to the cleaners, spoke to the cleaners myself on the road, just to make sure that it was being done. Yes, it was a little bit late, but we are just not hogwash. We're just making apologies. We did break down. We didn't get it done the way we normally would have done it for the last 6 years. So, to the people of the Cayman Islands, that's where I'm here to make an apology on behalf of the directors and all of CayMAS. I've since spoken to the Ministry for Tourism, spoken to
Mm-hmm.
the Honorable Kenneth Bryan, and we have made apologies to him. And we will be talking to him in a couple of days just to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. Also, I'm going to make sure that my directors, we're going to volunteer to give back time to the Cayman Beautification Committee, whatever they want us to do, just to make sure that we make it right for the Cayman Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, would like the people to know that CayMAS is run by Caymanians,
Mm-hmm.
and we are what we would call hardcore Caymanians, and we love our island. And the fact is that this is not something that we would deliberately do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, also, also, what happens too is each band, each mass band, each carnival band,
Mm-hmm.
they have their own trash bins on board with them. So the majority of the revelers, I would say the majority of the revelers are putting their trash within that. So we know that, and we know that we know what is done. We also know that there's loads of people that are on this side of the road, spectators and all of that stuff. So the trash is a combination of revelers and combination of spectators. But with that said, we always try to have a cleaning. For the last 6 years, our cleaning crew follows the parade. all the way down as they clean. When
Mm-hmm.
they get to the end of the parade, they would go back and get whatever they need. That didn't happen this time. Like I say, some logistics just didn't happen. So therefore, it's all on us. We we recognize that, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're humans, and when mistakes are made, you have to recognize those, and
Mm-hmm.
you figure out how to fix them going forward. So
Yes.
there's all absolutely no hogwash.
Okay.
Here taking the blunt of whatever that we need to take, and
Mm-hmm.
do better going
Okay.
forward.
One of the other concerns, Brent, and I appreciate you taking the time, obviously, to come on the program.
Sure.
One of the other concerns was the enforcement of underage children somehow being able to join the parade. Did this come to your attention as an area of concern?
We hadn't heard anything of that. Each mass band have been given strict directives. They know the directives with regards to underage drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Each mass band have their own. They have their own security
Mm-hmm.
within their group to
Mm-hmm.
ensure these things.
Mm-hmm.
We also have our own security, which are marshals that are marshaling the whole parade. But those marshals are just trying to make sure to maintain order, to make sure that people are safe, that
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going under the truck and that kind of stuff, and keep it moving properly, because it's a monumental thing task to make sure that everybody is safe.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the most important thing is that people are safe and nobody get hurt on the road. So, uh, with regards to underage drinking, I don't know any. We haven't had any reports on that. But
Mm-hmm.
the mass bands themselves, the individual bands themselves, they know what our directives is. We give that out. They know the liquor license laws. They know the underage laws. They all know that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the children shouldn't be even participating in the parade,
Absolutely,
much less
absolutely.
drinking. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, no, children are not supposed to, but every one of the mass bands gets a waiver from all the people that
Mm-hmm.
everybody, all the mass operators that they have to be 18 years old to
Mm-hmm.
be in the parade. We also, I mean, we've come to realize also too that there is an area of carnival. There's an age group of a carnival
Mm-hmm.
that is not captured, and that's one of the things that we want to look after this year, after going forward. Because the fact is that you have the junior carnival, which is more kiddies carnival, and that's from age whatever to about
Mm-hmm.
age 12. But
Mm-hmm.
then you have an age gap between 12 and 18 that there's nothing for them. So we have to capture that too. As if we're going to be the carnival that we say that we are,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we're looking forward to in the coming year. We hope that we can do a carnival, which would be, I don't know if you can call it, it's a kiddies, I don't know if you call it a teen carnival, but those are
Mm-hmm.
areas that we're looking after. As the carnival grows, it's we have to keep adjusting
Mm-hmm.
as it grows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another question that has come in is someone has said, will CayMAS consider meeting with Badabanu and the government to find a solution for one unified carnival? I mean, this seems to be something that continues to bother people.
Well, I figured if I got on the line, that question would come up.
This person said
Um,
most of the bands from Badabanu are now with CayMAS. We're tired of the two
yes,
carnivals and it's destroying a tourism product.
right.
Mm-hmm.
The reality of it is I don't want to get into to depth with so much, because there's so much that's gone behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know. Over the last 5 or 6 years, we have had countless meetings with Barbanu, with Bracanal, with the Cayman Islands government. We've been in countless meetings. And every meeting, and in truth and fact, CayMAS have been very compromised. We try to compromise as many ways that we can.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell the people which people don't know. At one point, we did have a meeting. We came to some kind of solution
Mm-hmm.
with regards to one carnival, doing a 10-week carnival. People must know We all agreed on that. We were happy with the outcome of that meeting. Um, it appears that Barabanu was happy with the outcome of that meeting also. We went back on, that was a Friday afternoon. We went back on a Tuesday afternoon to sign this MOU. And when we got there, Barabanu decided that they didn't want to do that. So we have been there. CayMAS have been there. We've been open arm. We have an open arm. We've compromised as much as we can with regards to trying to get one carnival. So a lot of people believe that that CayMAS was here just to take the carnival. We have a vision of what carnival should be. We understand the economic value that it brings to this country, and that's the vision that we had. Their vision didn't match with what the vision that we had, and we tried to compromise. And at every corner, no one wanted to sign an agreement that we all came to. They decided not to. The discussions, I don't know if discussions will go on going forward. I don't know where that is going to lead to. I don't have a problem making a meeting once again. I mean, all the best I can hear people calling my phone right now, but our vision is there. Vision is an economic vision for the people of the Cayman Islands, and the reality of it is that we understand the economic impact it brings to the Cayman Islands. We had 500 or 600 people that came to the Cayman Islands this year for Carnival. 500 or 600 people will not come to the Cayman unless they've spent about $3,000. And you can put that all together. You'll understand that this little thing that we got called CayMAS Carnival is bringing in $2 million, $3 million for that period. So, that's our vision. And anybody that doesn't understand that, we can't understand why they don't understand that. So, talks could be had again. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know if the outcome will be any different because we have two totally different visions of what carnival should be.
This person says big countries don't have as many carnivals as we do. It's a testimony to our immaturity and egos. Another person says Badabanu is dying a painful, slow death. So maybe the idea is just to wait them out and they're eventually going to disappear. So I don't know. Someone says, ask him what was the reason for Badabanu not signing the MOU. So I don't know that we want to get too deep into that conversation this morning, but I mean.
And you're right. And you're right. I mean, what is the reason for Badabanu not signing the MOU? That they will have to tell you that, because I can tell you it was a vision that it was an MOU that we sat down for hours and went through. We went through the MOU for hours with the government, with CNCF. We were in a meeting, and everybody on a Friday afternoon said, "It looks good. Let's do it." We're going to come back on Tuesday afternoon and sign the MOU. The only person that got there to sign the MOU was me. I was the chairman at the time, and I was there prepared to sign the MOU. And everybody else that was in the room said, "Oh no, not working for us. We're not signing it." So Barabanu can explain to the people why they didn't sign that MOU, and now in turn makes CayMAS look like we're the bad people, and we're not. We're just about our carnival. We want the very best for the Cayman Islands, and that's the only vision that we have.
All right, my dear. So hopefully the underage situation can be addressed. One observer did say that the band that you were in, which was the first band, they actually saw underage kids in there. So maybe you missed them. So I think that's definitely something that has to be addressed. Any thought to the time of year as well? Because it seems like a lot of people could barely survive the heat, the June heat, almost July.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, if you remember, the very start of CayMAS was 2017. You remember for 2017, 2018, and I think 2019, that we were in a dispute with regards to dates and time. We initially started in May, which was suitable with temperature and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to do it on that weekend, but Bracknell had that weekend. And you will remember that that was the major contention at that time, that we went in encroaching on Bracknell's weekend and that we shouldn't do that. And we understood that. So eventually we decided, let's not go down that road anymore. Let's find a weekend for ourselves, because
Mm-hmm.
we definitely have to have a weekend, a long weekend for people to fly in. You can't have a carnival for one day and people's going to fly from the UK or from all over the world just to come to a carnival. So therefore, that's why we have a calendar that goes for what, 6 days, 7 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the only other weekend that was available, that would not encroach on anybody's other weekend, was in July. And yes, it is hot. So,
Mm-hmm.
we are doing the very best with the cards that's been dealt to us. We moved from May
Mm-hmm.
just because we did not want to have a dispute with Bracknell anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
we're now in July. Will things change? I'm not sure, but yes, it was definitely hot on the road, and we know that, and we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We did go to every band and to all the masqueraders and ask them to continue to hydrate on the road,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we knew it was going to be very hot on the road.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Brent McLean, thank you so much. Appreciate you jumping on the show this morning and
Yes,
explaining some of these things to us.
yep. And like I said, once again, I appreciate you having us on. I thought that it was very important for us to come on and explain our situation.
Mm-hmm.
Also explain the fact that yeah, we take the brunt of the blame. We're not here trying to sidestep anybody or sidestep anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody goes out to the road right now, you'll see that everything's been cleaned up. Yeah, it was all delayed. We make apologies for that. We'll be working with the Minister for Tourism. Like I said, I spoke to the Minister, Kenneth Bryan, and we'll be working with them and the Cayman Beautification Committee.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do some volunteer work for for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that it's not going to happen in the future. So just
Good.
once again, apologies to the Cayman people.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Have a
much.
good one.
Okay.
Okay, dear.
Sure.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, folks. Sometimes we misstep. Sometimes we get things wrong, but it's all really and truly about how you recover, how you fix it, accept responsibility. I don't have any problems with that. They said, "Yep, we didn't do what we should have done, got it wrong, whatever." And now we're going to go ahead and fix it and give back to the community as a way to apologize as well. And they've apologized. I say we move on. Next year we will look for a better way forward, and we shouldn't be seeing this level of trash. I think the other thing that they should do is, when these bands are signing up, they need to remind them of the importance of not discarding their trash just willy-nilly in any event. This is the environment, and we have to care about